I didn't know if it was a video or a picture.
No,
wait, is that
the
yours?
pictures? Wow.
For my. Do you watch them?
So she's looking out over like the islands. It says, torn fragments of smoke whirled above it as though panic-stricken. The branches of trees that rose higher than the sheltering garden walls tossed as though in anguish. White waves dashed themselves against the breakwaters, and showers of spray reached the little town with clutching fingers. And round about, as far as the eye could see, white horses rode ceaselessly in over the gray labor and surge of the sea. And low gray clouds mounting unendingly from below the horizon of the world streamed overhead like the gray phantoms of terrible things that were yet to come upon the earth. Wow.
Tell me what it is.
Mitten, green and white sprinkle.
Scale 1 to 10?
5 million.
Cute.
plot because we're filming this.
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically, it just starts with Malin, and she goes to a cabin every year with a bunch of family friends, and she's always been in love with the older brother of the other family. And then she, on the way back from the 6-day trip in the cabin, she gets in a car wreck and then wakes up back on the plane on the way to the cabin. So it's Groundhog Day.
Well, she makes a wish.
Yes.
What makes me happy? Like, show me what makes me happy.
So then she has to figure out what makes her happy.
I mean, I don't have much opinions on this book. I would say I like the whole Groundhog Day thing. I wasn't like super into this book. I like the romance. I think it was sweet. I would rate it like 3.5.
I thought it was really funny, especially the first half. I like the words that she uses to like say things, like the whole how was like a human fart that cleared the room. Like I just think that's funny in her descriptions. I felt like I liked it up until about 50%, and then I kind of hit a lull. And nearing like 75%, I was like, do I even like Andrew? Like I kind of feel like he got a little, like it felt one-sided. Like she confessed that she had loved him her entire life, and he all of a sudden liked her.
Yeah.
You know,
That's actually so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, like it didn't feel
It
as
took like a little bit of time. to think
right
about it.
as like
6 days.
as like, and he's like, yeah, I do love you, and I was like,
Oh wait, and then okay, I'm sorry, I didn't say it. But the whole thing of like him having his bags packed and like, I was like, oh my
it
gosh,
was like
he's
so
dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For being like a 30-year-old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's like,
I
yeah,
guess.
he's
Supposed to
30.
be 30.
Yeah. Because she was what, 26, so he would have been 29. So I give it like on Fable I rated it 3.5, but I would say probably in between like 3 and 3.5 stars.
Yeah. I was kind of disappointed because I liked Love in Other Words so much. And I kind of wonder if I like Christina or Lauren more than the other, and so some of their books I like more. I don't know.
Probably.
I also feel like
There's two
yes,
authors,
it's Christina and Lauren.
Yeah.
And they couldn't do better than this.
No.
There's
There's two of them. Wait, that's crazy.
I feel like there were like a bunch of spots where it would be like, kind of like, I feel mean for saying this, but mediocre writing, like a little bland, and then all of a sudden there would be this one line that was like poetic.
Yes.
And I was like,
Maybe
okay,
it's
like
the two authors.
that's what I'm
Maybe.
saying. Because
Yeah.
there's this one, and it says, Theo and I were 13, Andrew was 16, and it was the first time that I registered he was objectively gorgeous. Before then, the Hollis boys were firmly rooted in the family category, and I noticed them in the way that I noticed my own reflection, both dispassionately and obliviously. And I was like, yeah. Or like, there was another one I think on that same page. Andrew wouldn't ever just be a family friend again. He would always be a little bit more, a little bit mine, even if he didn't know it. And so there's like a few random lines where I'm like, okay, that was actually good.
Yeah.
And then the dialogue is weird.
Yeah.
So that was strange.
She was written as if she was like 16.
I was gonna say
Yes.
it felt much younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though she had like had a relationship before, like she had said she had relationships. So I feel like that, the fact that she acted like she was 17, and the 6th day I love you back was crazy to me. I did like this one is just like how I would want to be as a mom, because they're in the Christmas mass and it says, my mother never speaks during service, especially not Christmas mass, unless it's to hiss at us to be quiet. But she would rather cut off her own arm than let her kids struggle through something alone. And I really liked that. That's like how I want to be as a mom. So I think it was cute. It wasn't my favorite. I'd probably rate it 3-star.
But I would say like up until they like got together, I enjoyed the book, and then I feel like it lost all the tension, and there wasn't like enough tension build up because she restarted, and like she had these moments that like he didn't have.
Yeah, there wasn't much emotional depth on either side.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I typically don't like time jump romances, but I mean, with Love in Other Words, I feel like they wrote it so well that I was like, okay, I can deal with this. But this was really interesting. I never read like a Groundhog Day type story. But I feel like, yeah, the writing was a little bit cheesy. It's more comedic, I feel like, than romantic, I would say. I wouldn't put it as like one of my top romance books to recommend around Christmas. It's more funny to read. But I like the found family. I like the how everything was resolved at the end with like the family side of it. But I agree. I feel like Andrew's like place towards the end just mentally was a little bit rushed, and then a lot of the things that he did, like just minor things that I noticed, were a little bit immature. and I was like, I had to keep reminding myself that they were 26 and 30. Like,
Yeah.
this doesn't. It felt like teenagers.
Right. Like
Yeah.
if they were written as teenagers.
Yeah, as
he
if
was
they were-
18 and she
Yeah.
was 16 or something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Like it
how
would
it
have
felt.
been better.
Yeah.
But no,
And that's
they're
a case.
adults.
No, that's a case.
Well, yeah, that's true. Let's
But-
say 21 and 18.
Yeah.
I highlighted this one towards the end, and it was like, there's something so intimate about sharing things out loud that you can never say to another person,
Mhm.
letting someone really see you minus all the filters.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've loved you since I knew what love was, and I can't undo that. I would never wish to take that away. Loving you is all the proof that I needed that love can last decades, even a lifetime. So I don't think that I would read it outside of Christmas time.
No.
One of my highlights was music is intertwined with his DNA. It is the bedrock of his gentle happiness. And right now, this hug feels like a lullaby, like a calming melody hummed at bedtime.
I highlighted things that were just funny.
Wow.
Sorry, we were in the car, okay? We were in the car. Perspective is slippery and it wiggles out of my grip.
Your highlight was wiggling.
Look, we were in the car, okay? I like when this was like at the very beginning. It says, is it gonna last if we have to go somewhere new without happy memories or nostalgic anchors?
Are my hands on the
Yeah.
Oh, it was a vid.
Bye guys!